I hadn't gone live. There we go. Let there be music. That's better. Good evening, friends. What do you reckon? Was that loud enough? After 3. Good evening, friends. Good evening and welcome to Littleport Christian Spiritualists. It's a pleasure to see you all here. It's so nice to have to get more chairs out, so thank you for coming. And next time we'll make sure that they're out already for you. And of course, welcome to an evening of upliftment, spirituality, love, laughter, compassion and friendship as we join together, as always, to prove that life is indeed eternal. And of course, we couldn't do that without each week having a medium visit us, give us hope, upliftment and love. And we are very, very honoured tonight to be joined by the lovely Linda Ray. And of course, welcome to everyone who is online. Sorry about last week, but we're back now. Bigger, badder and bolder than ever. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get this show on the road. And of course, no service would begin in any other way than with an opening prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to unite under your banner of love, of hope and of friendship, to witness your proof and your truth that life is indeed eternal. As we open this service in your name, we make the statement as ever, that everything we do will be in the name of love, truth, and light. Amen.
Amen.
Well, friends, I'm going to do the notices first, because there's plenty to get through. It's certainly an extravaganza. See, Mum looking at me blankly as if she realises that I've remembered at least one of the notices. Lots of things been going on, and in particular, let's begin with last Sunday, where we all got to, well, I wasn't there, but when everyone got together, banging their drums at the first drum healing circle, which went down a treat, so much so that it's going to carry on, and the next one is on Sunday, the 14th of April. The third Sunday of every month, basically. So it's the 17th of April. Well, it's a Sunday. Going to say, the 14th isn't a Sunday. By my calculation, that would probably be either a Thursday or a Friday. So, yeah, I just said that. Well, no, it isn't. Well, if the Sunday is the 17th, it's not going to be the 14th as well, is it? You know, what am I saying here? Come on. Well, anyway, Sunday the 17th will be the next drum healing circle. And it went very, very well. It's in that little room over there. And it was wonderful, wonderful thing. There is actually a picture on our intro sequence where we all got together in Thetford Forest banging our drums against trees. We got some funny looks, but who gives a what's it? Because it was brilliant. And Mum, bless her heart, who was struggling to get all the way down to the riverbank to begin with, was like, you know, what's the cartoon with a puff of smoke behind him? Wile E. Coyote and the other one. She was the other one. Roadrunner, that's it. She was like Roadrunner off it. So it does work. It's brilliant. So very much looking forward. I will be there, please God, to the next one. So that's going to be fun, but also very, very worthy and very important and very essential because it's all about healing. I have to inform you if anyone wants any eggs. I've never actually given that kind of a notice before. But if anybody needs any eggs, see Mother at the end. We've had an extra large bowl of eggs, freshly laid. Thank you. So they're all over there ready to be extra specially don't spread out, you know. I'm feeling a little scrambled by all of the attempts to get egg analogies in my head, so I'm going to move swiftly on to say thank you to Hannah, who has made a donation to the church. She makes a donation every week, let's be honest, with Bully's special prize, but she's made a donation from some of the money that's come in from a first commission of the encaustic art. So Bully's special prize is still available. She hasn't gone all, you know, Van Gogh on us and, you know, wandered off into the countryside to carry on painting. But she has had a first commission, so some of the money from that has been donated to the church, which is wonderful. Thank you, Anna! Woo! And of course, you know, it's just wonderful how things have gone these last few months. And, you know, I thank you all because you are the ones that make it happen. You know, I can stand up here and waffle a load of what's it every week, but if there's nobody to listen to it, who gives a stuff? But the fact is, the church is its people, and people matter, and the people are the ones who decide the direction we go and the things we do. So, please God, let's carry on the way we're doing. Thank you very much. And of course, now I would usually have something to say. Oh, you've got a comment online there. Whoop, whoop, Hannah. You've got a whoop, whoop, Hannah. So usually now I'd have something. There you go. She's famous and she loves it. Usually at this time I would have something deep and meaningful to say regarding the philosophy of spiritualism. And of course, everything that is given by Spirit and is given by the guides that I work with and given as something that could be of benefit and use to all those people that don't get a message. It's a message from Spirit. And of course, I'm also told very often to keep it short. Because, as we all know, if you want to see a good visual example of what eternity is, just listen to one of Nick's addresses. But, of course, we have to take our lead from the week that we have had. And I could pick so much, and Spirit could pick so much from the week that I have just had to actually keep us going for about 4 or 5 hours. But I'm just going to pick one single solitary thing. And that is what I've already been talking about, because everything tracks and flows. Everything starts at the beginning and loops its way round and ends back where it began with spiritual philosophy. And certainly this week I started in one place, and I've certainly gone all the way around the houses and come back to where I was. And that is simply life. Now, there are people who build planet-sized computers to try and figure out the meaning of life and only end up with 47. And based on my ability to get dates right, I probably got the number wrong anyway, which I did, but that was deliberate. Yeah, sure it was. But the point is, what is the meaning of life? Can we really do that in a 5-minute address? Yes, we can. Because life this week has been extremely busy, filled with challenges, difficulties, and frustrations, as it is for everyone. I'm not special in that sense that I get busy and that I get tired and that I spend most of my Thursday off, instead of preparing for a first service, sleeping for 6 hours when I'd only been up 2. But we all get in that mode, that style, don't we, where everything just feels like it's getting way, way, way on top of us and we can't handle it. Everyone experiences this. But let me tell you something. What keeps me going is the word of Spirit and the messages that we get, the help and guidance that we are provided. But I wouldn't just stand here and say that without providing some backup for it, because spiritualism is all about proof. That's why we invite lovely people like Linda here every week to come and show that proof. So let me tell you about my week. I met somebody who was struggling with life, full stop. I met somebody whose difficulties and pains made my lack of sleep and my busyness and my inability to organize myself pale in significance. Because each time I look around and connect to Spirit and see what people have gone through, be it people staring back at me on a Thursday night or just literally wandering around the street and having a nosy, what I see is heroes. Every single one of you is a blooming hero, because you've suffered, you've endured, you've fought and you've struggled. But guess what? You still put yourself through one of Nick's addresses on a Thursday night. You still get up, you still wake up, you still stand up, you look after those that are around you, you fight for those that are around you. You show kindness and respect and wonderful, wonderful joy to each and every person. In spite of what you've been through, you reflect joy into the world. And you also reflect power into the world. Because the real power is not political. That word really does choke. The power is not political. The power is not religious. The power is not mediumship. The power is living, loving, and getting on with it. There are darknesses that we fight, but there is no greater darkness than the darkness of the soul that has lost its way. And we are all souls. But you know what? Every so often, someone comes along and shines a lamp on our feet. That doesn't have to be God. That doesn't even have to be a medium or an angel or a spirit person. It can be each other shining a light at our feet and saying, come on, let's get on with it. Let's move forward. Oh, but you don't understand what I've been through. We've all said it. I have. And then I bump into someone who's been way, way, way through more than my meager inability to get to bed before midnight, getting 4 hours sleep and doing a run of about 5 shifts and thinking, oh, I can't do this no more. And then I look at the people that I meet and think, my God, these people are angels. These souls are magnificent. And I'm not talking about any single individual. I'm talking about all of us. Every single one of you peering back at me. You are absolute stunning heroes. And how do I know that? Because you are here looking back at me. which means that you have endured, you have fought, you have stood, and you are surviving. And you know what? So long as we remember that, so long as we stand together, unite together, and keep each other moving forward, we will continue to stand, we will continue to fight, and we will continue to be free. The parliaments of conquerors cannot stand against the individual need for freedom. So when one stands and others joins, that freedom grows. That voice of passion grows. That word of joy grows. And we all move forward as one. And if you think that you can't make the world a better place, you've already made your life a better life. So why not share your learnings and make the world a better place, one soul at a time? And how do we do that? Just being yourselves and carry on doing what you're doing. Standing tall, fighting, and proving to the world, to anyone who said, "Nah, they ain't going to make nothing of themselves." You can say that that bloke with a dog collar on a Thursday night sends them who said you couldn't a message. And that message is the same that Winston Churchill allegedly gave from the White Cliffs of Dover as he stood facing into the country and sent a message across to anyone who said no when he said V for victory. And of course, anyone who stands behind you gets the other message. God bless you all. Thank you for listening. And so now, my friends, the part of mediumship that matteth mosteth. That's the only uths that you're going to get out of me tonight. Healing. Healing is coming in a moment, but first we're going to have a reading. So I see the eyes burning at me saying you've jumped over. And of course, every week we have a reading and we endeavour to see if spirit are in tune with what we are saying. Instead of having the reading and the philosophy leading from it, we have the reading after the philosophy to see that if it would have led from it. So we have to say some magic words all together. And those magic words are, "Reverend Alan, are you there?" And we all have to shout them really, really loud because he's up in the north and we have to make him hear us. And he's gone a little bit deaf in his old age, bless him. So we shout the magic words, "Reverend Alan, are you there?"
I certainly am, Nick. I certainly am. Good evening, all at Littleport. Good evening, all to those who are watching and will watch. Tonight's reading, we'll see how it goes as to regards of tying in. But it's called My Religion, and it's by Dale Wimbrough. You ask me, what is my religion? Now, what if I say I have none? You will be wrongly impressed and duly distressed. So wait, I have only just begun. My creed, in the sense that you mean it, has no single symbol or sign. Big, impressive, or small, there's good in them all. So perhaps your religion is mine. My doctrine is any that stands for the honour and virtue of men. For whatever we preach, we're all striving to reach a mutual goal in the end. My church is one that is nearest, wherever I happen to be, the place where men go their devotion to show is good and sufficient for me. What matters the name on the mileposts that stand by the path you have trod? If the pathway leads up, then at last you shall sup with the infinite army of God. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. And yes, I think you could safely say that that does rather tie in quite well with power to the people, which is the theme, I believe. So thank you, as always, for sharing those golden words that you steal from the internet. And give credit, of course. But as always, Alan, thank you. And thank you for the drumming circle on Sunday.
Welcome. That's fine.
And it is the 17th next week.
Just like to add to people that are listening, not only is it a drum healing session, it is also an open circle that continues after the drumming. So it is a good sort of like 3 hours of connection with spirit.
Fantastic. And of course, it is on the 17th of April.
Absolutely.
Bless you, Alan. Thank you very much, and we will see you later.
You're welcome.
Reverend Alan, everybody! Bless you. Lovely. So, there you go. 17th of April, 17th of April, 17th of April. Well, now we're going to have that healing that we spoke about. And for those that have never done it before, there's no dancing, no chanting, no going round a campfire naked. I do apologize, and I'm really sorry about it. We just sit and we think. I know it's so disappointing, isn't it? Trust me, it'll be fine. What we do is we send out our thoughts, we send out our love, and we send out our compassion. And we do what we was talking about earlier, reflect that strength that we have within us, even if we don't believe we have it. We have. Even if we are unsure of how it works, it doesn't matter, so long as we try. And so we think of all the names in all the healing books. We think of all the people that we know are in need of healing. And we also, and this is the only ever hard and fast rule that I insist upon in this church, you must include yourself, because it's allowed and it's right and you should. And we open the healing with a simple prayer. And then we listen to some music, or you can watch the candles as well if you don't want to close your eyes. And then we end with Amen. It's that simple. And this week, we are including Alison and Ian, whose names have been put forward in the week. Just interestingly enough, and I know I'm diverting again, but this is really quite important. When I was a developing medium, when I was training, I was ridiculed for saying something from this platform. And this story is told by all individuals over and over and over again. I stood as chair, young and insignificant and unsure of himself, and said, and if you have an emergency in the week requiring healing, please feel free to forward names to be put in the healing book. And of course, there was a little bit of a giggle from the medium that was serving. And the following week, the medium that was serving apologized for giggling, because they too had an emergency in the week and reached straight for that healing book and remembered the words that I'd said. So innocent and misunderstood words do matter. And what matters is that we are here 24/7 to put names in the book, to have a chat, to have a listen if you need someone. So if you do, as I said 20 years ago, probably today, the way they work, if you have an emergency in the week, get online, send that name forward. And then do this, as we join together and say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, here we bring unto you all those who are sick and suffering and in need of comfort, be they sick in mind, body, or spirit, that it may please thee to heal them. This we ask for those we know, for those we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them, we ask for them now. Amen.
Amen.
Friends, thank you. And of course, in spite of the 2-minute mistake at the beginning, in spite of Nick ranting, and in spite of adding the notices at the beginning, we're still on target for time, and I've got 25 seconds. But I'm not going to waste them. I'm going to give you important lesson for tonight. Should Linda come to you, please answer in a clear voice, yes, no, or don't know. Never feed the medium and tell them the information that they're trying to give you, because otherwise, what's the point? But most importantly, send your love and your compassion to Linda while she's working. And most importantly of all, have an uplifting and wonderful night. So please give a big round, because not only does she deserve it, but it also gives me time to swap the microphone over to our medium for this evening, the lovely Linda Ray! May I be personal? You can be personal. There we go.
Oh, God, microphones.
Ignore it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's really lovely to see so many of you here supporting this beautiful church. I don't throw it out there, so I'm going to come to where I need to go when they tell me. Other than that, let's just have a really good evening. As Nick said, please send your love, raise your vibrations, and let's see where we go. I've been drawn, please, the gentleman over there in purple. Is it purple or striped shirt? May I work with you, sir? Thank you. As I've been sort of sitting here, I keep being pushed towards you with the energy, and I have a father figure here. Would you understand, Daddy in spirit? Okay. And as he comes in, I'm feeling with him I'm no good with height, so I'm going to say it might be a little bit taller than me, but not much more. A really nice gentleman, I want to say, but I feel he could have been a bit strict in his time. Would you understand that? Because he's making me feel quite reserved as well. So he was a man that would say whatever he wanted to say, but would hold it back unless he needed to say it, and you would understand that. As he steps in here at the moment, I get with him that there's a bit of concern around you at the moment. Would you understand that? Because he's wanting to kind of give in a lot of love and a lot of healing to you. And so would you understand that? Okay. It's just, I just feel with him, he's like, wasn't a man to really say very much. And he gives me that you're very much like your father. Okay. Would you also understand, please? He's making me very aware that he had more hair on his head. I don't mean that in any way, but he has more hair on his head. You understand that? Okay. It's just how he's kind of giving it to me at the moment. But I just feel with him, it's almost like you always have been a person. I'll just give it to me again, right? He's taking me back to when you were younger for some reason. And would you understand the fact that as a young boy, you were quite a quiet young boy? You understand? Very, very shy. And you kind of was quite happy with your own company. But he talks about a train set that you loved, and you would understand that. Okay. And as he's talking about this, but he said, but you had such a gentleness with you. And would you also understand the spirituality that is around you, please? Okay. Because I feel that our more energies drawing close to you, and they're making me very aware that you actually do connect to spirit. You understand? But you would also understand as to why you've not taken it any further. Because they're saying that you should have been taking this further and you haven't. Yeah? And I get with your dad as he draws in, it's like, come on, son, you know you can do this. But I don't feel that he would have probably believed in it as much as you do. He didn't believe in it. That's what he's giving me. But not as much as you did. Does that make sense? Okay. I feel with him it was always a question of, did it really exist or was it real? But he had that kind of belief, but not so much as what you've got. But it just makes me aware as being over here how wonderful it is. But I know he's been around you, and he's also making me very aware that you know he's been around you. You know that he's been in your home. You have a chair that, where are you taking me? You have a chair that's by a window or an armchair that's near a window. Would you understand that? There's a chair by the window because he's giving me that I like to sit there. So I feel that he was one that liked to see people going past. It was something that he used to enjoy to do, just to watch people go past, if that makes sense. okay? But as he comes in here at the moment, he's making me stand upright. So he was a very upright gentleman, but he does make me very well. His passing was fairly quick. You would understand that, okay? But he's just really wanting to say that, I know you're aware of spirit, but would you understand the healing with you, please? You do healing, okay? But you're not doing as much as you should be doing. I'm afraid he's going to argue with that one, because I feel that you don't allow yourself time, but you do give out a lot of healing. I know you give it remotely as well, but he's also making me aware that you do forget yourself in regards to the healing. So with him, it's like, okay, now he does believe in it. It's got to be, because he wouldn't be here otherwise. But I just feel that you need to include yourself a little bit. You understand? He does take me to this area with you. So I feel there's a condition or something. Sorry, I hit the mic. Or a condition but it's not making me worried. And you would understand that. Okay. But you do need to kind of, okay. He was a gentleman that, and if anyone said, was there anything wrong with him, he would say, I'm okay. There's nothing wrong with me. And would you understand that you are a bit like that? Yeah. And I put the two of you together, and although he's now showing me a little bit younger than what he was when he passed, you understand? But there is such a likeness with you both. Would you understand? I'm getting a smell of tobacco or smoke. So whether he would have smoked, because he's given me the smell of tobacco. Would this mean anything to you? He did. Okay. I feel he's wanting to kind of give you so much. Would you understand the name of Bert, please? I also need to give you a Rob or a Robert. Sorry? Bert. Yeah. Oh, that's his name. Oh my God, I got one. Oh, sorry. I get really excited if I get a name. I don't often get names, not with the same person, so you would understand. But I just feel with him that he was, as much as he was quite a laid-back gentleman, there was a sense of joy with him as well, and you would understand that. Did he used to collect things? Because he's showing me, I'm trying to see what he's showing me. I shouldn't have asked, did he? Because he's just showing me. He used to collect things, and I don't know, it's like did he have a stamp book or something like that?
I'm not sure. He did use to collect cards of some description.
Cards. Okay. And he used to put them in like a book or something so that he wouldn't lose them. Does that make sense? But would you understand that he's still around somewhere, this book? Yeah? Okay. Because he's like, I want to have a rummage through it. So I kind of say, would you please get it out and have a look through it so I can sit with you and have a look too? Okay? Thank you. But he's just given a lot of love and respect to you, okay? But very happy with how you are continuing with your work, but you mustn't forget yourself. You understand that? So I know we had to send healing to ourselves tonight, which you did, but when you do your other healing, you sometimes forget. So you need to just a little bit for yourself, and that will make him a happy man. Okay, so I'm going to leave his love with you and his respect. Thank you so much for working with me. Thank you, sir. Sorry, I've got dry throat. Okay, where are you taking me? Can I come to you, please, lady at the back in the green T-shirt? Don't look so worried. I try not to scare you, all right? Okay. Right. Okay. As I link with your energy, please, it's a bit like, I know you're sitting there, but my energy's all over the place. Would you understand that? I'm feeling a little bit giddy with you, with your energy. Would you understand? Is she here, there, and everywhere? Yeah. Makes sense? It's just that when I connect with your energy, that's kind of what it's doing, okay? Because it's like you're here, there, and everywhere for everybody but yourself. Now you can understand me, can't you? All right? I have a grandmother coming in. She makes me aware she's a grandmother, but I want to say she's on mum's side of the family. Would you understand that? Okay. she's not as tall as me, is how she's given it to me, and I'm nicely rounded, is how she was. But I feel with this lady, there's a great deal of love with this lady, but I feel that what she's given me is that she would have kind of raised you or brought you up when you were younger. You understand that? She was there when you were younger, when your mum, obviously, but she makes me very aware that she was there when you were younger. It was almost like she was helping. You understand? It's good to hear your voice. I work on a vibration, and if you don't talk to me, they're going to go home. All right? Have you never had this read to you before? Have you had readings before? She's come through before, okay. But you've had it in public? No. All right, okay, that's fine. Please don't be afraid, okay. Everyone, we all like to know what's going on sometimes. You know, it's just how it is, and she won't give me anything that she shouldn't give me. All right, so please don't worry. But she just makes me very aware that she was around you when you were younger. And the way she's given it is, I know she's your grandmother, but she's also given me a very motherly feel, okay? That is how she's looking at you. Would you understand this? Yeah? No? Yeah? Well, I'm going to go with what she's giving me because she's saying to me, I am, and I did. All right? So you know what she was like, and she would say whatever she wanted to say. Make sense? She never minced her words, and I'm going to get to be very careful with what she wants to come out with. You understand that? Right, okay. All she's really wanting to do is she's really happy that you've actually come into this. You've always questioned it, but been a little bit afraid to kind of come through a door and think, sitting there, don't come to me. Because that's exactly what you thought when I said, can I work with you? Am I right? Okay. But she is laughing about this, but it's in a sense of wanting you to be aware that, you know, no harm will come to you, but she's wanting to be around you. Would you understand you've got 2 children? She's talking about 2 children. So you've got one on earth and one in spirit. Okay, which is fine because that's how she's just remembering it. You understand? So I know the other child is with her. But what she's wanting to talk about is it the boy that's on earth? Yeah? He's kind of, what she's saying is, does he run rings around you, please? Yes. Okay, all right. And I get with her, she's wanting, I'm really trying to hold you back with what she's coming out with. And you can imagine. No, I have to be careful. I have to be, because my team will tell me off. But what I get is she's wanting you to kind of, I don't know why he's doing that, but there's something going on. I don't know if it's a school thing or something like that. But you need to maybe just try to see if you can understand what is going on with him, if that makes sense. And they are trying to help, okay? But he's not a bad child. He's not a bad child. I just feel either he's been down the wrong road in a roundabout way or something's going on. You understand? And you can't reach him, okay? Just talk to her, call her, ask her to help you. She will come in and she will help guide you. Would you understand? Would you like me to stop? You sure? But she will come and guide you because I know, although this scares you a little bit, you have been aware of something around you in the home and you haven't known what it is, okay? It is your nan, all right? She's not looking to scare you, but what she wants to do is to help you because you can be quite stubborn in... Cheers, Nan. Thank you. It runs in the family. Yeah? Okay, so I know she was very stubborn as well, but she's just making me very aware. So she's wanting you to just take a quiet moment and call her in, and you will feel that energy, but it is your nan that is in your home, okay? Not there to scare you or anything, but I feel that it's almost, she's just trying to say, you're not alone. Now, I know you have good friends around you, okay? But you are a person that likes to fight everything yourself. You don't like asking for help. You give it out, but you don't like asking for help. So what I'm saying to you is, as my team come in as well, you need to just ask for a little bit of help. It doesn't mean you're weak. You understand? You just need to ask for some help, okay? And they will work with you. Your friends, all they want to do is see you happy, okay? So it's about trying to lift your energy a little bit, if that makes sense, because you're restless nights and you just don't know quite where each day is going. You understand? So I get with nannies, I'm there. Talk to me. Even if you feel that upliftment of knowing that that spirit is in your home, it will make you feel good, knowing that you are not alone, and let your friends in. Don't be afraid, and don't be afraid to tell them what is going on, and they can help you. They're not going to judge you. You're the one that judges yourself, okay? But if I let her carry on, she's going to rant and rave, right? Okay? Because she was like that when she was here, all right? But I feel with her, it's like it's please or offend with her, and she would say what she wanted to say. But at the moment, you might not be able to identify with it because she just gives me this really warm feeling at the minute. And I know she loves you dearly, okay? And she's wanting to help you. But what they are giving me as my team step in is, I'm going to give you 3 months. And that is 3 months, and this will resolve. But you've got to deal with it like now. So kind of connect with her and your friends, and you will find that you can get the answer for your son. You understand? And I know it's going to happen. But you need to look forward. You understand? And don't ever be afraid when you come to one of these. You don't always get a message. But don't sit there and think, don't come to me, because they will, all right? But I am going to leave a great deal of love. But she gives me a great big bunch of daffodils to give to you. So I know she loved bright flowers, okay? But that's an uplifting colour for me, and it gives me an energy. So please accept those, but accept them with her love, and know that if you trust, this will all work out for you. Okay, so thank you for working with me. Thank you, sweetheart. This baby tablet I take drives me throat out. It's terrible. Okay. Sorry, camera lady. I keep moving out of range.
It keeps her out, keeps her in job.
Okay, where are you taking me? Can I work with you, please, if I may? Okay. I have no idea who I've got at the moment. I know my team are here. I have this beautiful light around you, okay? You see a lot of purple. I know you're wearing purple, but you see a lot of purple. Does that make sense? You would also understand the light that you see, yeah? There's water in it in there, yeah. But you would understand the light that is around you, okay? But you also connect to the angelic realm, yeah? The angelic realm. You've heard of angels? Yes. That's the angelic realm. Yeah? Okay, now you do know. Angelic, we see an angelic realm, it's where they are, okay? Because they're making me very aware that you are connecting to the angelic realm with your angels, because they're giving me some wings to put around you, okay? I feel with you is, okay, I do have a lady coming in. She's not telling me who she is at the minute, so I'm just going to wait until she kind of gets in. But what they're giving me is your thirst for learning. You understand? Okay, but would you understand if I said to you, don't rush it? Because I know you have this hunger and I know you have this thirst, but don't rush it, okay? Because you're going to miss something. And I know that obviously with spirit and with the angels and stuff that are connecting with you, is I'm wanting to say to you, walk and don't run. Yeah? Because there's a lot for you to learn and you're still young, so you've got a long way to go. All right. The trouble is, egoism, that's a great thing, don't get me wrong, but to actually try to rush through it, you're not going to experience it. So learn it, experience it, learn it, experience it. You understand? Would you understand a lady coming in? Very gentle this lady is as she comes in, very softly spoken. Now, I don't know if she's an am. She's not telling me who she is, and she's not letting me feel who she is. But would you identify with this lady? She's quite slender. She's maybe about here somewhere. Would this be a nan or a great nan? Right, okay. Would you understand if she was very, quite stubborn when she was here, but a very gentle lady? Because she won't tell me who she is at the minute. So it's just how she's coming in. You understand? They're just making me work a little harder, all right? But as she comes in, very gentle lady though, although the stubborn streak is there, but very gentle. And as she comes in, she kind of matches it with your energy, okay? Because there's a very gentleness with you. But what I want to say is also is you do need to watch that, okay? What do you mean? As your nan comes in, she's just showing me you again as a younger child, okay? But you was always wanting to learn. You was into everything. You understand that? From a very, very young age, you were into everything. And I am going to say to you that you did see spirit when you were very young, but you lost it for a short time, okay? So it's coming back, and what you're afraid of is it going to go again before you have the opportunity to learn? So what I'm saying to you is it isn't going anywhere. Just take your time, and you will understand it. Does that make sense? Right. She's on about a ring of hers. You have her ring. Mum's in spirit, is she? Okay. All right. I'm not going to make it fit unless she gives me something else, but she's talking about a ring with one stone. I ain't got a clue. I can't see from there. Well, she's talking about one stone, but I'm not going to make it fit unless I know for sure. But for some reason, she doesn't. That's okay. But she just doesn't want to tell me who she is at the minute. Because what I'm asking her, well, come on, tell me who you are. Or let me feel who you are. All I can feel is love. Okay? I can feel that stubbornness, right? But it's almost like, okay. She was such a quiet person. Would that make sense? And this is Mum, isn't it? Yeah? She passed quite quickly. She's telling me I passed. That's the brother. Right, okay, hello. You would understand that she went quite quickly. Okay? Would you also understand, please, she's just acknowledging that you were there, or you were both there?
I was there with my dad.
Yeah. But you had been there, because she's just acknowledging you guys being there, if that makes sense. She, it's almost like I wasn't ready to go, so everything was a bit of a shock, you understand? And because I'm kind of trying to talk to her, saying, why wouldn't you tell me who you are? She says, I don't need to tell you because you know who she is. Does that make sense? Okay. But a great deal of love from this lady. But I just also feel with her is she's wanted so much for you, and there's been a lot of heartache. You understand? And you are just getting back on your feet. You okay? All right? You do know, though, that you are on the right road now. I'm telling you, you're on the right road, okay? So she's just making sure you are on the right road, but you just need to stay focused, okay? And any outside interference, you just kind of need to ignore for the moment, because you need to find yourself, as do you. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm sorry she's jumping for the moment. Would you understand about a work situation with you? No, you shouldn't say. You're a stay-at-home dad or whatever. That's okay. We'll let you off on that one. I know that may be what you love to do, but I have a yearning I want to earn. You understand? Okay? Because they're giving me this yearning that you want to actually go out to work. Okay? So I'm going to say to you, hold on to that. Don't lose it, because it's going to come. Because you've got qualifications behind you. You understand? She's making me very aware. You've got qualifications behind you. So it'll be a short time, okay? And you then will be able to go forward. You aren't a stay-at-home dad forever. I have to give you that, okay? I feel they're kind of wanting to push you for that because you want to be your own person. And at the moment, you don't quite feel that. So there's a lot of emotions around you that are very mixed up at the moment. You understand? And they are trying to help you. But again, if you can both connect and just talk to them, they will help you. You understand? I have to give you the name of Mary. I also have to give you the name of Denise.
Yes.
Okay. That's where my throat's going to go now. I also need to give you the months of April, January, July, August, and September. They're either anniversaries or birthdays or passings. Okay. But what I do get with this lady is the tremendous love that she's wanting to give. And I'm just saying to her, why didn't you tell me? She said, because I wanted you to work and make sure you could jump to my son as well. So you understand, okay? But such a lot of love with this lady, but she's very, very immaculately dressed as she's come here to present herself to you both. So look forward to your journey, okay? And I am going to say you may follow this pathway, but you are just, and don't feel that you'll be behind your sister. Everyone moves at their own pace, all right? But you just need to keep coming and you will gain strength from it, okay? So I'm going to leave a great deal of love to you from this lady, and she just gives me some pink roses to give to you, okay? Right, okay. She says, men don't have flowers, but yes, they can. She's just given me a single red rose to give to you, and I feel that that would mean something, okay? So thank you so much for working with me both. Thank you. Thank you. Where am I going? It's confusing when everyone's looking at you, isn't it? It's the worst feeling in the world. I'm very drawn to you if I may work with you. I feel I know you from somewhere and I have no idea where. You look very familiar and I have no idea why. But they said I have to come to you. Are you two connected, please? You're friends, okay. It's like I didn't want to put you there if you weren't, that kind of thing. But would you understand, please, why I want to put healing around you? You are a healer.
Yes.
You have your own place.
Yes.
Don't bite me. Right, okay, I'm just trying to see who this is. Would you also understand, please, you work with an Indian guide?
Yes.
He's really quite big.
Yes.
Okay. Because I just kind of feel this coming in, and it's almost like, I don't know what kind of a place you've got, but what they're giving me is an extension or something to be made bigger. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, but I feel that it's not now, but it's likely to be coming quite soon forward. You understand that?
Yes.
You do give off this healing ray, okay, and it really is beautiful, and I don't always see colour, but I have a beautiful colour around you, really a beautiful blue, but then it's outlined with a white light. And I know that's what you pull down when you heal, you understand?
Yes.
Right, come on, who's coming in? Okay. Right. Mum, in spirit?
Yes.
Okay. She kind of steps in, but I wasn't sure. It was almost like, shall I come, shall I not? I don't know why she's hesitating, because she was like this. But you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. She's not a very loud lady, so I'm quite quiet, if that makes sense. Okay. She would have had short, kind of curly hair, if that makes sense. I'm quite well dressed. I'm not very big in height, and I am nicely rounded, but I would have lost weight towards the end.
Yes.
You understand that? And I would have lost it quite quickly.
Yes,
I feel with her, it's like she wasn't quite ready to go. But I did fight to the end. But I felt as if there were like things left undone. Would that make sense? And it took a little while to try and sort things out.
yes.
Okay? And just giving me this sense of, okay. She's just given me this sense of wanting you to see, what are you showing me? This beautiful light. Would you understand there's a rainbow? She's showing me a rainbow. Would this make sense to you?
Yes.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad you've got that. Okay, because it don't make sense to me. And it's not meant to make sense to me. But she's just shown me this beautiful rainbow. And I kind of want it over you, if that makes sense. Okay. You've been healing for quite a while. You understand? And I know that's where you're going to continue to go. You do hands-on healing? But your hands get so hot. Oh, my God, do they get hot? Yeah, my hands are burning. Okay. But you actually get hot sometimes even when you're not ready to do your healing. Yeah? But what you're not doing is you're not tapping in to see who might be around you, to direct it. Okay? Because sometimes you can burn up with the healing energies. And if there is no one around that you feel needs it, just give it to Mother Earth. Wonderful. Okay. So she's one step ahead of you there, Mum. Mum was, I want to say, I feel as if she was aware of spirit, but I feel she was like in and out of it. Does that make sense? She's like, I don't feel as if I fully believe in it, but things have to be like, she wants real proof when she was here, you understand? And she says like, I never really thought much about it, although she asked lots of questions, and especially because you started your healing before she passed. Yeah. Would that make sense? Okay, because I feel that she asked quite a lot of questions, and I know you sent a lot of healing to her. And I think one of her questions is, well, if you're healing me, why did I go? But she's understanding now that the healing kept her free of pain. Yes. Would you understand that? Yes. Because her pain was limited with the healing that you gave her. So that's how she got through it. But she understands that now. So she's giving a lot of thanks for that, for the love and the healing that you gave to her. She didn't understand it then, but she does now. She does understand what you gave her. You understand? I know she's around you. She does go to your home quite a lot. Would you understand sometimes you don't always acknowledge her there? There's certain energies, and you've got a couple of energies in your home, and you need to try and identify which energy is what, so that you would know that would be Mum, or this would be Dad, or whether it would be your Indian just coming to make sure you're doing okay. Does that make sense? Yes. So if you can try and identify with the energies, you will get to know who is Mum, and then you'll feel it. But I know someone plays with your hair. Yeah? You're often saying that, okay? Would you also understand why she said, Mum used to wear glasses, okay? Because she's saying, I don't know whether you've just had an eye test or you're due an eye test. Because she's saying you need to get them tested. I'm not worried, but she's just saying you do need to get them you're squinting when you're trying to look at things. Sorry. All right. So no, she's around you, okay? But she's just, I have to give you Elizabeth. I also have to give you a June and and a May, but I'm not sure if that's May or the month of May. Okay. And I want to say this is the year for you to kind of put everything into motion to get what is coming your way. You understand? Yes. So that by the end of this year, you're going to be either in a completely different place or you know exactly where you're going, ready to start that year. You understand? Okay. I'm seeing purple and pink as well. Would that make sense? Because they're just showing me purple and pink around it. But I get a lot of excitement as well with spirit, that the plans that you have, and they're ready and waiting. Yeah, and so you connect with that as well, don't you? Yeah? Okay, so she's saying push them together. So I'm not, sorry. She's not matchmaking, she's just kind of push them together, which means to me that you are connected in with this healing and all of that. You understand? And she's really happy about that. You need to just have a little bit more faith in yourself, sir, okay, and believe that what you're getting is what's coming through. But stop allowing your logical mind to kick in, okay, because what you're hearing is what you're hearing. It's not your mind. So you need to start accepting it just a little bit more. I am so sorry, but my team do kind of get in here somehow as well. And this is kind of what they're giving to me for you. So just start to learn to trust yourself a little bit more and you will be fine. Okay? And I know you have guides working with you. There is one waiting to come in for you. Not just yet. I feel he's trying out your energy at the minute. So you do feel something that kind of comes close, but then it steps back a bit. Okay? That's okay, but just acknowledge it because he's just trying you out. Just a little bit. Okay? But I'm going to leave Mum's love. Beautiful lady. But I just thank you for all that you did. And she's very, very grateful for the love and the healing that you gave her. Okay, so God bless. Thank you for working with me. Am I done?
15 minutes.
What?
You got about 15 minutes.
Another 15 minutes?
If you want to use it. You've got 15 minutes, so if you want to use it for one
Oh
more,
my
you
God.
can. I don't time you directly to the minute and second, so if you want to finish a few minutes,
I'll see how it goes. But just my team are in and they're like kind of jumping in as well. So this is really fun. I'm not sure where I'm going now. That's your fault. Because your dad. See, why do you do this to me? Right. Okay. He's just come charging in. Okay. I love you. Okay. He's got to get that bit in first. Yeah. But he's been around you, all right? He's been around you. Hang on a minute. He's making me go over here first. Was it an anniversary or something not long gone? Okay. You knew he was around you then because you sat and sent some thoughts out and you felt this warmth come over you. If that makes sense. Because his beard. Yeah? Did you feel like a tickle or something? Because he's giving me kind of like, as he was hugging you, it was like he's doing that with his beard and it was just like, you would understand that? Okay, all right. Not a day goes past that I'm not with you. Okay, I know you feel sometimes that has he walked out and you're on your own? Oh, did you? Right, okay. But he hasn't, okay? He's always been there for you, okay? He sits in a chair with you as well. Would that make sense? Okay. There's been an indentation on your bed. Yeah? Because he says, I sit there and with her, with my love. Okay? So okay, I'm just trying to control him because he's getting a bit emotional at the moment. And I feel with him, he wasn't one to really show all of his emotions because he tried to hide a great deal. Does that make sense? But he's getting a bit emotional at the minute. And he said, this is not like me. So why are you getting emotional? We had a love. Right, okay. You'll make me say this, aren't you? Right, okay. We had a love that couldn't be broken. You understand? And you did talk about that. Because he's just asking you to remember what he said. Okay? He's asking you to... Do you want me to stop? I'm sorry, but he's really... But he's asking you to remember the words. Yeah? But he is just so... Oh, come on, calm down. His energy is... There's something coming up at the moment, again, would you understand? Okay? And it is wanting you to know that I'm going to be there and that you are not alone, even though you might feel it sometimes. But I'm always there. He's moved things around the house, he's telling me. You've put things down or things and they're not where they should be. Okay. He plays with your car keys while you're down there. I can't even get your name out. Isn't that terrible? Yeah, I know. It's terrible, isn't it? But he's just, he's talking about your car keys. He said, I get real fun out of that because you were all ready to go and then you get exasperated because you can't find your keys and it makes you late. But he thinks that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just him.
Mum, would you understand he's given me bluebells for you? Yes. Okay. He's just showing me a whole heap of bluebells. This is somewhere that, take it back, that used to walk in a forest, or used to walk, not like a forest, but do you understand what I mean? Where there's bluebells everywhere. Ah, right, okay, because he's just showing me, but okay. And what he's going is, remember what happened in the Bluebell Woods, and I can't open that. Okay, sorry. All right. It's really going to get I'm going back quite a way. Oh, you're going to get me in trouble here. It was just a kiss. No, but he's just joking. But I feel that he wants to get that laughter back into your life. Okay? But he wants you to think back of the fun times that you had. Don't think of the sorrow, because you know I'm here now and that shouldn't count anymore. You understand? But you just, thank you for loving me. And he will continue to love you. But he wants you to think back to some of your happier memories. You've got the photograph of your wedding and it's in a frame. What? No, it's going to have to be in a frame, I'm afraid. All right. Oh, he's telling me it will be, so he's saying he wants it in a frame. Well, I wanted to know it was a secret, was I? They do give that stuff. But I just feel it's something for you, okay? But would you understand a black and white photograph? Because he's talking about a black and white photograph. You understand that? Okay. And would you also understand a little dog with him? Okay, because he's just brought in this little dog. And I can't see what it is, but he's just brought in a little dog as a memory link for you. Okay. And it's all about the daffodils. Okay. You've just recently planted some. Oh dear, Francis, you better sort that one out. Because he's talking about the daffodils. So they need to go in. Stick them in a pot. Yeah, they might take in the pot for a little while. Just sending a great deal of love to you. You, my one and only. Just remember that, okay? And as he does so, he hands me this red rose to give to you. And it's quite significant, okay? So God bless with him, okay? Right, boy. Cheers, Francis. All right, okay. There's a lot of stuff coming your way, would you understand? And I know it's my team kicking in at the minute. I know Daddy's still here. But I want to say he's very proud of what you did.
Thank you.
And you know you needed to do it. Yeah. But you still questioned yourself, was it the right decision? And would everybody just, you would fall flat on your face, for want of a better word. You understand that?
We do.
And it isn't going to happen, okay? But he's just very, very proud. It's almost like he's got his chest out and he's like, his beard's all like that, and it's all gone quite long, actually. But he's just trying to sort of, okay, there's still a few more things that you need to tweak.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Okay. He loves the banner.
Yeah.
All right. He's really quite happy about that, but he's also, I kind of want to take you in the next 3 to 6 months where everything will finalise.
Thank you.
Does that make sense? Okay. So it's kind of what they're giving me when my lot step in. And I never know who it is because they all come charging in. But they're just adamant, I have to give you 3 to 6 months and it will finalise.
Thank you.
Okay. And that's really important to you. All right. But it's just that, would you also understand if I had to say to you, I need to rein you in a little bit?
Yes.
Does that make sense? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Because they just put me some reins and I just need to rein you in just a bit so that there's something that you need to be aware of so you can go forward.
Yes.
Okay? So that is kind of what they want to give to you. Dad is sort of standing there very proud of you as well, but he just says, keep on doing what you're doing, okay? But you do know that you will work solidly for Spirit one day, and you will not have to work where you're working at the moment.
Thank you.
That is ending soon, okay? So I feel they've got their fingers in the pies there for you, okay? But that is ending soon, because there's a lot more things coming your way and you can't refuse them. So you don't think, I can't do it, because yes, you can, okay? So I have to give you that, because mine are adamant this is going to happen for you. But it's just how proud your father is of how you have coped, and the knockbacks that you had before you broke away.
Thank you.
You understand? Because there's a lot that you've kept to yourself, and you will continue to keep that to yourself. But you have strived to go forward, and that's what they're really proud about. So I'm just going to leave his love, and hopefully my lot will step back now. So I do apologise, but take Dad's love. It's awesome, and he's just giving you so much love and respect. Okay, so thank you so much for that. But I think I'm going to finish now if I can, because my throat is going. I am so sorry I couldn't get to everybody. I do apologise. But my throat's going on me a little bit. But thank you so much for coming and supporting this beautiful church and supporting Nick and obviously the girls over there. But thank you once again. Thank you.
I'll free you now. Free you with the burden. Well, wow springs to mind. What wonderful, wonderful and absolute evidence tonight. Ladies and gentlemen and friends, Linda Ray! So thank you so very, very much. It is always a pleasure to just look around and peek as a medium myself, to have a nosy and see what's going on. Yes, I am nosy and I don't care. And, you know, one of the things that I tend to do is, if I ever do glare at you, I apologise, but it might mean that you're probably in the queue for a message, because I do get that. It's like, okay, I know where she's going next. It's quite exciting. But it's so wonderful, and the validation, and what people tend to forget that was actually demonstrated tonight by you, is that we have, as mediums, our own fears, concerns and worries. So as a medium sitting here, you know, who doesn't get out very often, although I've got a few more bookings coming through, which is quite nice, but I don't get out very often. So to sit here, I practice by looking and seeing what I can get that's going to come up at the night, and it's lovely. But to also see demonstrated us as mediums' own fears and excitements. Say, for example, oh, I got a name. It proves how human we are, and that we are not to be feared, and that we don't sit on the bus figuring out everything we need to know about you. We can get snippets from time to time on the bus, but it doesn't really pay off, because you can't prove it, because you don't ask, or you shouldn't anyway. But it's wonderful to see the human side of spiritualism that was so eloquently and more than adequately demonstrated here tonight. So Linda, thank you so very, very much. And we will have you back, I'm sure. We in actual fact, we haven't got too long to wait. So not long now, not long now. So friends, thank you all for the continued support. Hello. Hello. No, I'm not going to do a Gandalf and grab you and whisper to you and get some big, eagles to come flying at us. Or if only that would save so much on fuel, wouldn't it? Well, do you know what? I'm tempted to dust mine off. I will be honest. I am. Oh, that went the wrong way. I am reminded. Yeah. The universe is trying to stop me doing what I'm about to do on behalf of the individual, but I'm not going to be beaten. Because there is one last notice and one last thing that we need to do as a group. Because what we do in this way of life is celebrate things. And we give joy and upliftment where it is especially needed. So there is an individual in the hall tonight who is celebrating a birthday. And yes, you can say it out loud. The microphone shouldn't pick it up. I am one of those. For a number of months now, Tony's been silently and secretly and discreetly and hiding his light under a bushel, giving healing before and after the service. But also he's been very, very involved in helping with the technology, and you will occasionally see him plugging things in and unplugging things. I actually had a thought earlier. We need to try it again before you go, because it might have been the fact that the volume wasn't on the computer. That helps. But we're constantly upgrading the technology, you see. But today is also Tony's birthday. And of course, Tony and Eunice, good members of the family, need some upliftment and love and laughter. So after 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tony. Happy birthday to you and many more. Hey! And of course, for all you wonderful people who come week in, week out, remember that Facebook tells me when your birthday is, so I will find out and I will get you all. If I don't forget, but I will be reminded by everybody else, which is great, even better. Friends, we've had so many lovely people with us tonight watching. I haven't forgotten you. Thank you, of course, all for your endearing support. And I again apologise for last week's kafunga boo-boo. But it's getting there. And I haven't had any complaints about the sound tonight, so I think we've got that one licked. And more to come on sound later. But thank you all so very, very much for your endearing, continued support. Remember, this is your church. There will come a time when all of the familiar faces have disappeared and ascended up to the higher realms to do further work and make your lives a misery as you younger lot take over and run things in our stead. Because this church is beyond one individual or one group. It is a group of people, and it's your church. So if you have ideas and thoughts on what you want to see that we're not doing already, just open your gob and say so. We'll do something about it. And of course, we're going to have our raffle shortly. So I am reminded, of course, that the print screen scenario, especially now she's a commissioned artist, you know, come on. I'm reminded to prompt everyone that tonight's Bully's special prize, a la encaustic art by Hannah, I have to every week put it on screen and hold it steady so people can then print screen and grab, copy and paste. And of course, if you want to win, that is such an obvious, it looks just like one of your angel wings on that. You lost that last time. I know. It was laying by your car door, which was amazing. So, you know, if you want to win some of encaustic art by the now famous commissioned artist Hannah, you've got to come here and buy a raffle ticket. Simple as that. Did you get raffle tickets? Yeah, we'll sort that out in a minute. So we're going to say goodnight to everyone who's online, but in order to do that, we have to end this service in prayer. So let's join together and say those words that we always say. Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to unite under your banner of love and hope and friendship, to witness your proof and your truth that life is indeed eternal, and to feel that warming, uplifting comfort from Spirit and each other that fills this hall with all those thousands of Spirit people that are here tonight with us. And of course, we thank you for the opportunity to grow, to develop, and to walk forward in our lives, no matter the struggle and no matter the strife. Because we ask, as always, Great Spirit, that no matter what difficulties we face, We do not ask you to move the mountain. We simply ask you to give us the strength to climb. Until we meet again in your name. Amen. I think that's the first time I've ever done a closing prayer and haven't spun 3 times in a circle and faced the wrong way. Friends, thank you all. We're going to say goodnight to everyone online. And the medium next week, of course, is Gina. Gina, she's back. It was way before the pandemic. The pandemic. Put the teeth back in, Nick. So Gina, it's Zivkins. Because I always try and put a T in it, because I wrote it down wrong once, so it's Zivkins. Gina Zivkins. She's a wonderful medium, lovely, lovely lady, truly compassionate exponent of the way of life. Really worth coming to have a look. So do come along, come back, because we've got a nice round. I've got a list. Mum's written out the whole year's worth of mediums, and I will put it up available. I learnt this naughty little trick that I steal all of the good ideas that we have here. Stole that one from Barbara. She has a sheet every week that you can pick up at her church in March. And if anyone doesn't know, she's also one of the bishops of the Independent Spiritualists Alliance. So if you're near and far, even if you don't realise that you only live 2 minutes round the corner from her church, if you're ever in March on a Tuesday night, Monday night, this is why I'm always needing people to tell me where to go and what to do. If you're ever in March on a Monday night, go and see Barbara, because she has some wonderful mediums too. And it's a lovely group, just like you guys. You're my guys, so, I'm always protective of you, but lovely group of people that are over at March in the... I will get it. The Brazier Club. Braza. I could have said Brazier Club. But yeah, Brazier Club, Oh, don't worry. I never wear a bra because I get on enough people's tits, but that's another story. Friends, thank you all. Let's say goodnight to everyone online before I get myself in even more trouble. After 3, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Good night, and God bless you all, and hit it, maestro.